What's another feeling that actors run into?
In the stress spiral.
The self-tape spiral of stress. Triple S.
I'm never going to remember that. Loneliness.
Loneliness. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, the feeling of like I have to do this all by myself. I have to figure out how all of this will be able to work logistically. I have to move stuff around. I have to change up the entire outlook of my apartment just to make sure that I'm accommodating and no one's distracted while watching my tape. I have to readjust lights, and no one can understand me, and I can't help but ask. I can't ask for help and let them know, let like friends know, or like people that I trust know that I'm struggling with this because it's such a hassle, and it's so stress inducing that I'm in the self-tape spiral of stress.
There you are. Dun dun dun. We need an ominous sound effect for that. Yeah, it can be a very lone wolf career, especially when you're not actively on a show, or if you're not actively like part of a conservatory or a repertoire, a theater repertoire, or when people come out of theater school or film school and you're real tight knit, you got a community, you got your peers, and then you're thrown out into the world as this lone wolf where there's no set path to success and you're just trying to figure it out yourself. But as they say, how's it go? If you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So find that community, find those people that you can rely on, who are also professionals, who understand what you're going through, who know how the audition process works, so that you can have people to rely on and people to celebrate with, people to share struggles, but also to share your wins with. I think that's really huge. So yeah, so far we got frustration and loneliness. If any in your head, you're like, ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that sounds like me. You might be in the
self-tape spiral of stress.
Dun, 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 dun. I love it. What else might be happening? Maybe your auditions are taking all afternoon. You're taking 3 or 4 hours to shoot them because you got to rearrange your house, because you're doing 1,000 takes, and maybe your reader, because they're just your neighbor or your nephew, they're just botching a bunch of takes. So if it's taking you 3-4 hours or a whole day, and that's where some of that frustration is coming, like if you get your breakdown from your agent, and instead of just being like, oh yeah, I'm going to sink my teeth in this, can't wait to audition for this, can't wait to submit my takes. If you're thinking, oh my God, where am I going to do this? When am I going to do this? Oh no, I need a whole day to do this. This is going to be a nightmare. There goes Saturday. Or if I'll pair this one, if you're taking more than a day to find your reader, some of that is the stress, where you're like, okay, I know where I'm going to shoot this, but who am I going to get to do it with me? And if you're asking friends and family members, sometimes they're saying yes and then flaking out because something more important in their lives came up, especially if you're just asking them to do it as a favor. Like if you're not actually like paying them to do it, then something paid comes up for them that they choose instead of working with you, their own job, or maybe their own auditions if they're an actor, where you're asking 3 or more people and getting declines, or you're getting maybes. So you spend the first 72 hours stressing out about who is going to help you with it, rather than spending that time jumping into the text and doing your text analysis and script analysis and actually starting to rehearse with them. You mentioned that was a big one for you back in the day, Brandon.
The asking different people, or not?
Yeah, like not spending so much time just trying to find someone, rather than spending time working on the audition and preparing for it.
Mm-hmm. Because you'd go from one friend to the other, and like they all have different schedules, and like if it doesn't match up with yours, and like it's like you can only do it the Friday after the deadline, then you're kind of left out in the lurch. Like there's no other options.
Yeah, you're left out in the lurch, aka the self-tape spiral of stress. That's perfect. That's amazing. That's like the exact Okay, let's do it. I love it. You want to do the next one there? What else? What else are people thinking? If you just tuned in, we're talking about the self-tape spiral of stress, all the struggles, challenges, frustrations, all the emotions that actors may have in dealing with their own self-tape auditions. And a little later, after we talk about all the problems and challenges, we're going to switch to solutions, because I got a big belief. Don't talk about problems without also talking about solutions.